Well,
Right.
before leaving Pittsburgh yesterday, Joe Biden attended a virtual LGBTQ fundraiser where he continued to criticize the Trump administration for encroaching on LGBTQ rights and reiterated his pledge to sign the Equality Act if elected president. Mayor Pete Buttigieg appeared at the event, and joining us now is his husband, Chasten Buttigieg. He's an advocate for teachers' inclusion and the arts and is out today with a new memoir entitled I Have Something to Tell You. Chasten, welcome. Great to have you on the show. You share
Thank
a
you.
lot about overcoming some incredible obstacles and even abuse in your life. But what is it overall in the book that you want people to know? What is it that you want to tell us?
You know, the thing that I really wanted people to take away from the book, and I hope they do, is that they're not alone. Many of the things that happened to me along the way, I felt I needed to keep locked up inside, whether it was, growing up gay in Northern Michigan or coming out, being different. When I went out on the campaign trail and met thousands of people, I realized these stories aren't unique. They are American. And I hope people pick up this book and feel just a little bit less alone, like they belong to something bigger. I go into some pretty dark stuff, and, life isn't always glossy and perfect. And I wanted to share that because I want people to see that on the page, that, that's happened to somebody else too.
Can you tell us a little bit about how the campaign either changed you, what surprised you by it all, what you didn't like about it? Because you guys were kind of, this Mayor Pete was really a breakout star in the campaign.
Yeah, I don't know if we have enough time to go through everything I'd want to say about that, but that's a good chunk of the book. But I was never political, and so I went out on the campaign trail and I talked about what I knew, and I met with teachers and students, and I toured LGBTQ centers, I toured centers of homeless service providers. I just wanted people to know that our campaign saw them, that they weren't alone, and that we were going to go to Washington and fight for them. I loved talking with people. I loved meeting people face to face, because if you spend all day on Twitter, if you spend all day online, it can be a pretty dark place. But when you go out and look at someone in the eyes, a kid holding your hand talking about their coming out story, you can share your own experience. You're filled with hope about where this country can go and what service is supposed to look like. It's about meeting people and looking them in the face and saying, I'm going to fight for you. I want things to be better for you. And I loved all of that. I mean, of course, there was, drama, and it was exhausting, and we were sometimes in 4 or 5 states a day. And I go through all of that in the book. I want people to, feel what that was like. But the best part was meeting with people, especially young people, talking about a better, more hopeful future for this country.
Casey Hunt will take the next question. Casey?
Chasten, good morning. It's great to see you. I'm curious, what's it like to be in the political spouses club in a way that's different than what we've seen in the past? I mean, Doug Emhoff, Kamala Harris's husband, might be the first second gentleman of the United States, for example. Obviously, you and Pete are some of the first examples we have where you are the spouse in that kind of situation. Did you get to be friends with the other spouses, and what's the new dynamic like?
Yeah, I love that Doug and Jill are on the ticket, because they were the two that welcomed me into that arena so quickly. The first debate, I walked in there, I was expecting like a Dance Moms feeling where everyone is, quiet, not talking to one another because our spouses are up there on stage. But they were so kind and warm and welcoming. As a political spouse, you're supposed to be, and I talk about this in the book, a little bit of everything and nothing. You're supposed to be out front. You got to be well read on all of the policies. You can't mess up. You can't cause a headline. But you're also not supposed to hog the spotlight. You're not supposed to be the star. And so you really have to walk this tightrope, figuring out exactly who to be and who to be for everyone, right? A country, a campaign, and your spouse. And that's a very small club of people who actually know what that's like. And I loved chatting with Jill and Doug on the campaign trail. The thing I love about Doug is he's just so sweet and genuine, and you feel that he's up there because he loves his wife. And many times I was up on the stage and I knew nothing about politics. I felt like I just knew nothing. But the thing I knew was that I loved my husband and I thought he'd make a great president. It's the exact same thing he was doing. And so when you have a small cohort like that, you can bond over all of those awkward feelings you're going through out on the campaign trail.
Yeah, except the thing is that you know who the real star is, and that would be Buddy. But I guess it's Pete as well.
He's sitting right here at my feet. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, but Buddy loves the spotlight.
Oh, the new book is I Have Something to Tell You. Chasten Buttigieg, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.